Well, hello there, and welcome to Guitar Builder's Life Hack, the show where I show you some of the things that I've made to make guitar building easier for myself. I hope you'll enjoy this show. Let me know in the comments below if you did, and if you think any of these things that I'm showing you are useful to you. Let's go and take a look. Okay, so the next tool, this is one that I actually am kind of proud of because this does something that I haven't seen anyone else do. So let me know if you think this is a good tool, because I kind of like it. And all that this is I took the blade out of one of these hacksaws. You've seen me do this before, maybe. I like those blades because you can build a lot of fun things out of them. All I did was I took one of those blades and I basically grinded it down to the thickness of the tang of my fret wire, and then I made this tool. Now this is my thread saw. I don't use one of those thread saws that you see other YouTubers use, because they are very expensive. They can be really expensive. I've seen some of them go for like 100 or 200 bucks, which is like crazy when you think about what it is. It's just a piece of metal with teeth on it. It's not really that, it's not that big of a deal if you ask me. Now what I've done to make this tool is that I grounded it thickness down to the thickness of my fret wire. Then I put a wooden handle on, just so I could have something to hold in. And then I took a piece of aluminium and I made a U-shaped tunnel like this, like you can see here. And all I did was I put it over the over the fret saw, to make it a little bit stiffer, because these blades are not that stiff. They're kind of wobbly when they're not in the appropriate saw. And then I grinded this sleeve that I've created down until I exposed the teeth and enough metal that it has the same length as the fret wire has. So basically, when I cut this, it can't go further down into the wood than the length of my fret wire's tang, and it has the thickness of my fret wire tang, and that makes a perfect cut every time. And the reason why I really like this tool, except for it doing the job that I want it to do, and it does it very well, is that it cost me maybe $1 to make. It's a piece of scrap wood. You can see that it's not a very fancy piece of wood. It's actually not a very nice piece of wood. I probably should make a new handle for this because it's a really nice tool and it deserves a better handle. But anyway, one of those blades, it's like $1 maybe. A piece of aluminium is like, I don't know, $1 maybe. And yeah, sure, you need an angle grinder, but I had an angle grinder anyway. And if you don't have an angle grinder, maybe you should buy an angle grinder. You know, it's a tool that you will always need an angle grinder. Everyone needs an angle grinder. And you can just, yeah, it took me maybe an hour to make this tool, going back and forth and measuring and making sure everything was perfect. But now I can cut my fret slots without any problems at all, and I don't have to worry or think about things like how deep are the slots, because I can't physically, because this guard is in the way, I can't cut them any deeper than that. It's like impossible. This thing will stop the wire. So I can just go on autopilot and I can just cut everything down. And it's one of those things that saves time. Yeah, maybe only saves about, I don't know, 10-20 minutes on fret cutting, but you know, when you make like 10 guitars at a time, you know, those 10 minutes add up. And the cost, like, I've never had a problem with this saw. I've had problems with other saws, but like, this is great. Even if you don't agree with me and you just try this out, it's not that expensive to make. And if you make one of these, it's very simple to make. You might learn something. And you know, taking ideas you have in your head and making them a reality and learning how to use your hands to do those things is important. And even if you only want to make one guitar, well, then definitely don't buy all those super expensive guitar maker tools, because that's a waste of money. Those are only good if you're going to make more than one guitar or make guitar building into your job. But this is a super easy thing to do, and you can make it really easy. So try it. And if you don't like it, throw it away or give it to someone that might like it. But it's not, a chip off your shoulder, or not a big chip at least. I mean, if you buy one of those expensive ones, whoa, I bought a saw for $200 and it's, I'm not going to use it anymore. That's a big deal. But I spent $5 on making this. It's like, okay, sure. So try it. Well, there's the show. I hope you liked it. Let me know if you did. And also, if you wouldn't mind giving this a thumbs up, or maybe even subscribing. That would let me know if this is appreciated and if you want to see more of this. But until next time, see ya.